In the place of the president in the event of his absence, inability, or refusal to act. That's the vice president's job.
As directed by the board. Okay. Item 5 is complete. Item number 6, motion to remove Eric as vice president of the board.
Submit that motion.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine, but I am going to speak beforehand, and that is my right.
You're interrupted again, please.
I'm raising my hand to be ready to be recognized before any votes are being passed.
Okay, I vote to get Eric off the position of vice president.
Okay, before we vote.
I'd like to hear
Okay,
Eric's
speak.
rebuttal.
Okay. Okay, we're beginning.
3 minutes, right?
No, that is not the case.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
No, state law is board members will be heard. That is
It's
state
not-
law.
it's not
There is
open-ended.
not a time frame on that. Show me where that's written.
How long do you plan on speaking, Eric?
It's gonna be just a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go through it quickly, but regardless, if it takes me 1 minute or 3 minutes, there's nothing in Robert's Rules of Order, and besides that, state law supersedes bylaws.
All right, let's go.
And supersedes-
Start yourself.
There it is.
Robert's Rules of Order, regardless.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Kurt Latero's sole intention of removing me as vice president is his retaliation for being vocal of his excessive spending habits of slip maintenance fee funds to slip owners. Under state law, chapter 209, property owners have a right to know about marina dealings, and it is state law to provide such information to membership. That is, slip owners. Secrets cannot be kept from slip owners or have any back office dealings. Kurt Latero does not want us slip owners to know what he is doing with our money, and that is against state law.
Slander.
I have that. Hey, try not to interrupt when I'm speaking. I will do the same courteous manner towards you. I have circumvented him paying $5,000 for a website, $1,500 for a laptop. He tried to push this through without letting myself know. I found out from other board members of his intentions to purchase both of these. Latero had already illegal closed executive sessions in which voting took place, and allegedly more authority and powers to himself. I was not privy to any such sessions, as Latero excluded me from these meetings or meeting. It is against state law to hold votes in executive sessions. Memberships need to know what was voted on, and more importantly, who voted for what. The current president, Latero, the expenditures have come to fruition. I'm going to move up the pace on this so we can get through this. On the current agenda, there's a proposed increase in slip maintenance fees. He will try and suggest it's related to inflation. However, I've spoken to a board member, and there is enough wasted expenses that our fees could actually be lowered. Kurt has been spending frivolously. It isn't in our marina bank checks. Kurt has a marina credit card that he can spend money as he sees fit, $500 at a time. Kurt Latero is pursuing a $1,500 laptop, $5,000 website, another paid personal secretary who is here now. His friend is dock master and oversight, and has already spent thousands in the past 2 months on attorney fees, some of which was just to find out what he could legally do against another board member who was vocal against his expenses, that being me. Kurt Latero was again invited to respond to this, which I'm sure he will hear shortly. And let's see here. I'm a strong believer that slip maintenance fees should go towards actual slip maintenance, or at least a majority, not laptops, secretaries, friends, and dockmaster friends. If a stop isn't put to Kurt Latero's expenses, not only will fees have to be raised significantly, but if there's an emergency, there will have to be loans taken out against our marina, putting the marina in debt. Again, let's see here. Let me bypass some of this. Okay, furthermore, Kurt contacted Greg and Greg at our expense to see what he can do against myself. The law firm has since resigned. Another frivolous expense. Okay, let's see. Let me bypass some of this. Okay.
Time's up.
To sum up, as it stands now, thousands have been spent on miscellaneous things such as secretaries, attorney fees, other non-slip maintenance items by Kurt Laterro. It is my understanding that only a tiny portion of our slip maintenance fees has gone towards actual slip maintenance, let alone new work on docks or electrical. We have docks that are rotting, and this is running our marina into the ground and raising fees. Okay. All right, I've got 2 more brief paragraphs, and then I'm done. Before Kurt has a chance to explain his reasonings for my removal as VP, I'll explain reason number 1. Brent Esther, IT specialist. This is the individual that still holds our website hostage, even after the prior president paid him a remaining balance of $2,300 for unknown work. I instructed the prior president not to leave the meeting without logging into our account to make certain login credentials work. We still have access to that server, do not have access. And the account is still locked to Brent Esther's phone number. Reason number 2, bookkeeper. One of the bookkeeper agents indicated that I was not allowed to see any records as she was instructed by Kurt Laterro. Laterro told her not to provide any information to me. She originally agreed to provide records of Kurt's expenses and then later was instructed not to. Either she is lying or Laterro is. At all times, I was professional and courteous, and before and after not getting the information from Kurt regarding his expenses again. Originally, I decided to contact the bookkeeper and ask all board members to be copied on the information as not to accumulate additional funds. Further information, this bookkeeper is nearly twice the cost of the previous. The alleged reason for the switch was this particular bookkeeper did not require 1099s, EINs, or social security number for contractors. This allowed contractors like Contractors Unlimited to do a wide range of unknown work and known work totaling in the tens of thousands that was a source of alleged embezzlement.
That was on your board, right? I'm just asking.
There is currently a police case being investigated at League City Police, which I was contacted by League City Police and did speak with the detective. And this is the last portion. I'm almost done. The previous time Kurt Laterro was given full and solitary access to the law firm, Kurt used the attorneys at slip owner's expense to see what he could legally do against a board member, namely myself. He set up a fictitious meeting in which he indicated was for a discussion of Associa, a management company claiming we owe them thousands. He further stated that Tony and Rick could not be present and requested myself to join in an in-person meeting at with the marina's money, your money. I phoned the law firm, confirmed the time and scope of the meeting. The lawyer indicated she could not discuss Associa because of a conflict of interest, since she represents clients that utilize Associa. Kurt Laterro lied via email and on the phone as to the purpose of this meeting was to discuss Associa. The attorney indicated that the meeting was purely to provide her legal opinion as to what my role was as VP and my subordinate duties and obligations to follow the president's orders. I emphasize opinion. Keep in mind, Laterro controlled the purse strings. He controlled what and when to call the law firm. Kurt had sole contact with the law firm and again, an illegal executive session that granted him more authority. It's against state law to again have voting in executive session. I have purposely been excluded from the meeting as well. He has allegedly been given full authority, as I said earlier. This meant that the law firm, he could be the sole contact and could legally could do legally against board members or see how far he could push legal boundaries at slip owner's expense. Okay, the last portion here, best possible outcome for slip owners and the marina is to do away with those who have taken advantage of slip owners' maintenance fees. The previous law firm, David Pace, was paid nearly $400 an hour for alleged subpar work. Current bookkeeper is twice the price of the prior. Greg and Greg Law Firm engaged in wasting maintenance fee money with alleged secret meetings involving what can be done against board members. And from here on out,
I think I'm gonna read the Declaration of Independence.
needs to be a board decision when contacting and retaining the law firm. There are, of course, can be one person corresponding with the law firm. However, all board members need to be copied, CC'd on emails, informed of the dialogue with the law firm, and this will keep fees down and avoid misappropriate use of the law firm.
All right.
My intention is to protect the slip owners first and foremost with excessive spending habits such as $1,500 laptops, thousands in attorney fees,
Yeah.
past 2 months, personal secretaries,
I think he's.
get rid of the corruption, any future corruption. There was again alleged tens of thousands of embezzlement out of the Marina account, currently investigated by League City Police.
Well, you were on
And
board
that
with
is
Sure.
it. That's the reason why. Raise your hand. Let's follow the guidelines.
Let's follow the guidelines.
Okay.
Let's follow the guidelines.
That's it, and that was my summation. I know I went through that quickly. And we got a hand raised.
All right.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, we never did second that motion, so we're not ready for discussion.